The CFL Gambling Podcast playoff semifinals preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Yes, play just $5, get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code. That is TCE SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
This is Coach June Jones, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome to the CFL Gambling Pod. Yeah. Welcome, folks. They say we are the home of the huge tits parlay. Yeah. Woo! Welcome to the CFL Gambling Podcast. We are the home of the huge tits parlay, and here finally, I feel like the last 3 weeks, and I missed last week. Shout out to Jmark for holding it down. I feel like the final 3 weeks it was kind of tough to really be super excited about the regular season. Sometimes years just go like that, whether it's NFL, whether it's college football, whether it's UFL, XFL, CFL, World League, any of that shit. Over the years, there's been certain years where the drama's just not there as much leading up to the playoffs, and I feel like this was one of those years in the Canadian Football League. So finally, we are here with the playoffs. The road to the Grey Cup. What year again on the Grey Cup was this? 126, something like that.
I'll have to look. I don't remember.
110, 112, I think. 112. Give me 112th. 113th, 112th. Yeah. But we will be crowning a champion over the next few weeks. I think I'm close to the correct number. I think it's 112, 113, 114, somewhere right around there.
112.
Look at me. See, still got it. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, Dan, aka Pick Todd D. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Oh boy, 2 golden games. I mean, only 5 left? It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the Old Fashioned Football Podcast, which you should be subscribed to. You turn on a light, getting ready for this introduction. What are we doing, theater? But give it up for, like I said, the host of the Old Fashioned Football Podcast. Some know him as No Turn, Jmark. Justin, Mark, how are you, brother?
Doing good. Now, I found out why you didn't show your face last week, and it's okay. I get it. I mean, you went 7-1 overall 2 weeks ago. Little embarrassed that you still didn't beat me since I went 8-0 and hit my huge tits parlay. I get it. And I backed that up last week by going 3-1 ATS and hitting another huge tits parlay. So let's fucking go.
The amount of huge tits that we've been just pumping out in your face. I mean, look, I know the youth doesn't. I read a study that the youth doesn't drink as much alcohol as every other generation that we've ever documented back to the 1920s, which
doesn't surprise me.
Well, that actually explains a lot of the problems I see out there. But also perhaps the lack of huge tits that the people are not following. All right. That's an age-old story, I thought. I mean, go back to the Roman days. You know, I feel like huge tits was just chased nonstop. All right, it was just that. I thought that was just it was a written law of mankind. Doesn't matter the country, but it turns out maybe these folks, Canada and the States, they just don't want to chase these huge tits we're giving out. Just huge tits right to your face. Your strip club experiences could be way better. All right. Buddy, here we are. Playoffs finally here. Would you agree the last 3 weeks were a little dull with the exception of us just kicking ass?
I was going to say it's hard to be dull when you're hitting your huge tits parlays, but yeah, I mean, not a lot to play for. It did kind of make it easier to gamble though, because you knew like, oh, this team needs to win so they can get home field advantage, or this team needs to win to make sure they're like, it just set up the narrative that you expected it to follow, even though you would think the other teams would be like, hey, we don't want that to happen. The narrative was too strong there to fade.
Yeah, you're right. And that's why we were able to cash in on this. We got news before we jump into these two games that will be played up both on Saturday, by the way. Look, if you've heard me all season, I've thought that we started the season too early, in my opinion. I said, back in week 1, I was like, what are we doing? I think that personally, I think the Grey Cup should always be Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving ish, whether exactly or early December. I'm gonna look back at some of these dates, but you got news correct on essentially some news released from the CFL. I missed this news, so explain when did they announce? How did they announce? And what is this news?
I mean, I saw it on the old Twitter on social media from the CFL. I don't know. They probably did some form of official announcement outside of that. But the news is that in 2027, the Grey Cup will be played on November 7th. It'll be the earliest Grey Cup ever, I believe, which means the season will kick off earlier. I was mixed up. I was thinking you were bitching about the season needing to be earlier, not later. So I was like, oh, he's going to be excited. Clearly, I have not been listening to you properly. I just in one ear, out the other.
That's a huge problem here because look, I'm looking at the history of these Grey Cups. First off, the first ever one was in December, right? And a lot of them were November 30th, December 5th, December 4th, December 3rd, December 2nd, December 1st. I mean, December 10th, December. This is just it goes pretty deep into shit. I almost feel like, actually, after the 90s, they started to really be in November, but not 21 was December 12th. 2021 was December 12th. So you're moving this thing up 5 fucking weeks from just 4 years ago. That is stupid to me. And
you think about all the changes that they've announced that they're going to be making over the past month here. And I've heard the reporters ask, does this have anything to do with the NFL? And they always say, no, this has nothing to do with that. Then I call bullshit. They think they're competing. They're trying to compete with the NFL, or I guess trying to not compete by moving it earlier, not have as many overlap games.
Does it make a difference? The NFL's still going on. I don't understand it. Like the NFL draws a ridiculous number, whether it's December or whether it's November or October. I just don't get it.
Yeah, they need to just stick to themselves. Don't worry about what other leagues are doing. Don't worry about when other leagues are playing. Don't worry about that other leagues are, on 100-yard fields. Fucking
stick to themselves and stick to the history of the game, which has been always really the whole history of this Grey Cup goes pretty much very rarely did it. So I would say from November 25th to December 8th, these things were, it's almost like 99% of them were played within that window, right? I'm looking at them all right now. Like you'd be very hard pressed to find, I don't know, 10, 15 ones that were not. So just continue to be that. I also think like they're underestimating if they're trying to get more Americans to check this out, which I believe they are. I don't think it makes that much sense to do that then. I think you're more inclined to be at home in bad weather and the holidays and stuff and say, let me watch these games. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of why football and Thanksgiving have always been a thing, whether it's college or pro, is because you're stuck at home normally. You don't want to go out for Black Friday. You're there with the family. Let's watch football, have drinks, dance around the goddamn house, right? Well, that's part of the CFL could be a part of that experience.
Yeah, no,
Who's
absolutely.
this new commissioner is just who is this person?
I don't even remember his name at this point.
I'm getting this right now.
I believe he's the youngest commissioner the CFL has ever had. He's trying to make his mark by making all these changes and being
okay,
flashy.
from the start, his name's Stewart. I'm out already. I never met a cool person in my life named Stu. All right. In fact, Beavis and Butthead used to make fun of the guy named Stu. Okay, this explains a lot.
Now, the one rumor that I do think you will like, which is just from the Reddit cesspools and social media folk, but a lot of people think that going to the 100-yard field, that smaller field, opens up the opportunity for the CFL to add American teams like they used to have, Baltimore Stallions coming back.
Yeah, I grew up watching. I mean, that's cool. I don't understand why you can't do it as 120. What? So because it won't fit the stadiums?
Well, because the stadium's already set, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that
just a rumor, but
that would be somewhat logical. But I just think November 7th, ridiculous. Hopefully they go back on that. They have 2 years, but the sport is in the hands of a stew.
The other big news, which we called, we said Bob Dice would be coaching his last game as the Ottawa Redblacks head coach. He is gone.
Good Lord. I mean, that guy had 9 lives. We will not make any contact in practice, and we will be a great team. Gone. Get him out of here. Goodbye. Never return, please. All right. Well, look, Saturday. Let's just jump into this shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't load the slides, did I? Well, you could look at the huge tits. Brought to you by Pamela Anderson, who was discovered at a CFL game. If you are wondering the history here. Wait a second. Did I not load these up? But all right. Well, look, the first game we're gonna get to. Give me 5 seconds here, because I downloaded. I just did not put it in the folder here. But which matchup are you more excited to see? I'll get to the actual order of it. But you got Winnipeg, who your future's still alive. Our future's still alive. Which one are you more excited to see?
Oh, yeah. I do think it's that first game. I mean, I think both games are going to be great, but that first game you have, the young buck Davis Alexander. Can he lead his team to a playoff victory? Can Montreal make this playoff run? And then you've got the winning DNA, the history of Winnipeg, who continues recently to make the Grey Cup and not win it. Just the
Buffalo Bills of the CFL, right?
Right.
Like from the 90s, the Buffalo Bills of the 90s.
I feel like we just got canceled by Adam Pelletier with the Buffalo Bills dig there, but
well, at least they made the Super Bowl. They got all these 30 for 30s. But okay, here, let me load this up now. Yeah, so Saturday we have game 1 at 2:00 Eastern, the Eastern semifinals. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers will be heading to the Montreal Alouettes. Montreal's laid 5.5. The over under at 48.5. Last time they played, October 25th, Winnipeg won by 9, but Davis Alexander was out that game, correct?
Correct.
I still think Winnipeg's a dangerous team. These teams both finished 10-8. Their pedigree is why I will take the 5.5 points. I also will take the over on 48.5. I'm very curious to what you're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw these teams play without their starting quarterbacks playing because in the grand scheme of things, it did not matter. And Winnipeg won 19-10. This game is, I think, going to be a slug it out type of game. You can't base it off of that last game, given that the starters were not playing. But I think Winnipeg keeps this close. I don't think they win it, but I think they keep it close. By the way, shout out to Winnipeg for winning last week, so I could cash my Montreal under 10.5 wins. They finished with 10. That was one that we called on the preseason. So so
we did pretty good on that, though. We hit on Calgary, we hit on Hamilton, hit on Montreal.
I missed on Winnipeg. I had them going over.
We hit on Ottawa too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I was over on Edmonton. Did that hit? I can't remember
That might
now.
have hit actually.
I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 2-3 points either way. I do think Montreal wins the game, but I think that 5.5 is too many. So give me Winnipeg.
We are both on Winnipeg. You like the over or the under?
Oh, I'm all over the under. The last
Wow.
3 of 4 games have gone under this. And Winnipeg has won straight up in the last 3 or 4 as well. But like I said, you can't really count last week. But I'm on the under. These teams they tend to play each other tough like that.
All right, well, let's talk about. So we differ there on the total, but let's talk about the right now. I look on DK, I couldn't find first touchdown props, but on FanDuel they are out there. They are available, and the odds-on favorite that I see: Tyler Snead at plus 750, then Austin Mack at plus 850, Tyson Philpott plus 800, which is weird that he's listed behind 850. Then Cole Speaker plus 850, Brady Oliveira plus 1,000, Sean Thomas Erlington plus 1,000, Travis Theus plus 1,000, Charleston Rambo, there's your first blood, not me. Plus 1,200, Nick Debsky plus 1,400, Davis Alexander on the ground plus 1,200 there, Terry Wilson plus 1,200, Caleb Evans plus 1,200, Ontario Wilson plus 1,700, Carrick Wheatfall plus 2,000, and so on and so on. Get Jarrett Stearns deep on that one too. And how about this with it? Alouettes defense plus 2,700. Bombers defense plus 3,000. Zach Caleros on the ground plus 6,500. That's not crazy.
It's not, because he had the first touchdown in a game earlier this year.
I almost think I have to sprinkle that right there.
65-1, you gotta.
Yeah. Zach Caleros, 65-1 will be my first touchdown play. And look, I'm probably gonna play 2, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna take one side of the Montreal side, and say that let's go with the likes of Charleston Rambo at plus 1,200. Big fan of Rambo 3. Read that novel. Did a book report on it in 12th grade or 11th grade. I did. Your thoughts on where are you going first touchdown here?
Yeah, for Montreal, I'm going to go Davis Alexander. I mean, he's a quarterback that can run the ball very well. One of the better dual threats in the league right now. So 12-1, I like those odds. I know when they get close, they tend to bring in the backup quarterback, but I'm saying, from the 10-yard line, he takes off and scrambles. And then on the other side of the ball, I got to go with Nick Dembski. I mean, this is kind of Zach Caleros' safety net, especially with the injuries they do have at wide receiver. He's 14-1. He just makes sense because that's his guy. He's got that OChem, as the wife likes to say on old fashioned football, that organic chemistry together with each other from playing so long together. So yeah, Dembski 14-1, Davis Alexander 12-1.
Yeah, and one of the things that's interesting too is Tyler Snead's the odds-on favorite, but on DK he's listed as out.
Yeah,
for like the DFS side, the
these books don't care about the CFL.
Yeah.
Come on.
So it tells me he's playing if he's the odds-on favorite, but there are the 2 touchdown props. I know you're on the under, but when I see Brady Oliveira at plus 850 for 2 touchdowns, or your boy Nick Dembski at plus 1,300 for 2 touchdowns.
Did you get eyes on that? I know you were watching college football probably, but did you get eyes on that catch by Ontario Wilson?
I think I missed it. Oh no,
Man.
I did. I did actually. I did
Where
see it because it
there
went
were the
viral.
2 defenders. He came back
I
to
did
it.
see it
Tip,
actually.
tip. Got it
That
right
was
before it hit
incredible.
the ground. I don't know. Maybe they want to reward that guy because of that type of effort, and maybe they just keep chucking it towards him. 2 touchdowns at he's 16-1.
16-1. Jump in on the action, folks. All right. Well, let's go to the next game on the slate here, which would be where am I at here? Actually, you know what? This is a good time to tell the folks that the CFL Gambling Podcast is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and obviously we're on the road to the Grey Cup here. 5 games left. All the sports are just kicking ass right now. How about this? We got NFL still going. College football still going. MLB. I mean, shout out to the Blue Jays, all you Canadians out there. You got the World Series going on right now. You got the NBA going. College hoops starts Monday. NHL live kicking ass. CFL rolling, obviously. Racing, whether horse or car racing, always going on. All that stuff is live, and we got podcasts giving out free picks for all of that. And check this out. Maybe you just don't want, you didn't know about this podcast here or this podcast there. Well, if you subscribe to the SGPN feed, you will catch every episode of every podcast we do. So why don't you do that? Just type in SGPN, iTunes, Spotify, and then let it ride. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on really everything, but they specialize in football, including the CFL. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head on over to mybookie.ag, and when you do use our promo code, that is TCESGPN, for 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by NoVig. Yes, NoVig is America's #1 sports prediction market. And with NoVig, you are getting some of the best prices because it's an exchange. NoVig's available in 35 plus different states as well. Download the NoVig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use the promo code, our promo code, SGPN. So get in on the action with NoVig, promo code SGPN. All right, we are back, and we are rolling along here as the next game.
Who are you pulling for? The Blue Jays, or you going for those Dodgers since you spent so much time in LA?
No, fuck the Dodgers.
That's what I say too.
I mean, they've already had enough winning. You got Magic Johnson tweeting all this crazy shit. He won't even change the Redskins to the Redskins, and he owns part of the team. Right? Meanwhile, they're playing the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs, and everyone, they're doing that. They're beating on a drum. Just the hypocrisy is fucking ridiculous. We want to honor Native Americans. I agree. Shout out to the Chiefs. Shout out to the Atlanta Braves. Shout out to Central Michigan, the Chippewas. So change the Redskins was ridiculous. Magic Johnson, you've lost a fan. I'm sure that matters to you, and you just sit in your yacht. But yeah, go Jays. All right, they got an ECU pitcher too, throwing heat, high heat. The next game at 5:30 on Saturday. Really wish they would have done one of these Friday nights, but I guess I get it. But now they're moving the season up a whole goddamn 6 weeks to where it started. Let's just do the Super Bowl in, next year we should just do the Super Bowl in June. All right. The Calgary Stampeders are heading into filthy BC place. To take on these BC Lions. This is a game that is quite entertaining because you have great storylines. Both were 11-7. And then you had the fact that Vernon Adams was traded because Nathan Rourke had came back. So it was kind of personal there. Remember, I took Calgary back on October 4th and they lost. All that I thought, part of the handicap with all that would be all that scattered ass that VA used to plow in the great city of Vancouver would be there, and you'd want to impress them. But I think this would be a more impressive performance here. BC's laying 6, the over under 53.5. I have a 35-1 on the Calgary Stampeders. Money line play right here. Dave Dickinson, legendary CFL coach / player. You look at what happened this year with BC. All right. They opened up with the win at BC 26-16. All right. They played them again on September 19th. They gave up 52 there in Calgary. And then 34 on October 4th. But it's hard to beat a team 3 times, Jmark.
Depending what coach you ask.
I'm on these Stamps. Money line. Give me the over 53.5 as well. One thing I know about Stu's in charge of sports, they want points. We want points. Points sell. Points sell. I studied this in my finance class, sports marketing. A sports marketing major at Ottawa U. We need points. And let's shut down that podcast that talks about huge tits. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. Are you still doing that Pam Anderson contest? It's inappropriate, though. Tell me you're battling me here. Tell me you're fucking battling me here.
Well, first of all, spot on impression, because that's exactly what he said when he quoted statistics of that this should raise scoring by X percentage by making the end zone smaller,
Douchebag.
moving the field goals, all that stuff, and
Douchebag.
all
Yeah.
that. So that was spot on. And yeah, he probably wants us canceled since the players and coaches are sitting around at parties listening to us. That's a bad, you don't want to associate the gambling.
Maybe he was there.
podcast.
Maybe this is
Maybe
all
he
taking
was.
place at CFL headquarters.
And then last, I'll say, if anybody was listening to this and they were on the edge of their seat, man, I wonder who Colby is going to pick in this game, then they haven't fucking listened to us all year, because we all knew you were going to take Calgary. I'd love to see it. I got a future. I didn't get it at 35-1. I jumped on that train a little bit later than you. I think it was at 20-1 when I jumped on it. I'd love to see it, but it's not happening. Nathan Rourke, the team of destiny here. BC is ready. He's ready to win his after he had that legendary season that he got injured in. BC's going to win this. They're going to cover this. They've won 3 of the last 4. They're going to make it 4 of the last 5. And BC's going to be playing in that Grey Cup.
This is what I think of BC. All right. All right. This is absolute bullshit. All right. And VA, this is the true revenge game. And I should have thought about this back a couple weeks back. This is how you really stick it to them. A playoff loss with your new franchise quarterback trotting around town like there's somebody. Calgary's going in there. They're getting this thing done outright. Outright.
If Vernon Adams finished the season like he started it, I would be more inclined to agree with you. But he hasn't looked the same. I don't know if he's fatigued, distracted. I don't know what it is, but he has not looked the same.
Sometimes you got to take a trip home to rediscover yourself.
There you go.
All right. And BC was his home for many years.
It's a great storyline. I just don't think it's happening.
He's going to go to the same. They got a great Chinatown in Vancouver. He's going to go to one of these He's going to reconnect with the community. Right? He'll go to one of these Chinese restaurants, order some great damn food, run into a gal he used to plug and say, "Baby, I'm back." All right. Yeah, you're wrong. Let's look at the first touchdown prop here. Do you have a side on the total, by the way?
Oh yeah, I'm on the over. These last 2 have gone over. I think it's going to go over again.
Yeah, the over's smash play. By the way, shop around on the line because I see 4.5 on FanDuel. Whew. So 1.5 difference. And if you're taking Calgary like me, I mean, you're getting plus 100 for the 4.5. The reason why I say that is 6. I'm playing the money line though, and you don't want a money line on FanDuel. You want to go elsewhere for that. But look, touchdown props, first time touchdowns. Nathan Rourke is the odds-on favorite. Is that a little crazy to you?
It is plus a little crazy to me.
Plus 650, Keon Hatcher, plus 750, James Butler, plus 750, Justin McInnes, plus 800, Dedrick Mills, plus 1,300. Circle that one. Dominic Rhymes, plus 1,400. Jalen Philpott, plus 1,500. Katoy, plus 1,300. Tevin Jones, plus 1,600. Quincy Vaughn, plus 1,500. And then Damian Alford, plus 1,800. VA, plus 1,800 as well. BC Lions defense, plus 1,900. Calgary's defense, plus 4,000. Stanley Berryhill, also plus 1,900. I'm going to jump on the Dedrick Mills angle plus 1,300. They're going to strike first. They're going to strike often. That will be my side for the Stamps. I will take a shot on Stanley Berryhill plus 1,900 for BC.
I like both of those. I'll give out different ones because we gotta give the clients variations here, right? A little bit of variety. For BC, I'm gonna go Javon Catoy, 13-1. He doesn't. Seems like he just has these pop-off games every now and then where he's the guy. Even though they got a lot of talent with McInnes, which is also good play. And then on Calgary's side, I'm going to try a little stab at Eric Brooks here, 18-1. Seems like he's been getting more and more involved. He also gets involved in that return game as well, so I could see him maybe returning one. So yeah, give me Eric Brooks 18-1 and Javon Catoy 13-1.
There we go, folks, and that is our slate that leads this the semifinals. So that will lead up to which. Let me ask you this: which one do you feel better about? The bet, the actual bet.
Ooh, I feel better about this BC game.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I feel better about Winnipeg. Interesting. All right. Well, look, we got you covered for both of them, I guess. We are not done yet, though, folks. I want to tell you that the CFL Gambling Podcast is also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, they have CFL action, of course. Underdog's your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times the amount of money you enter. And Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code. That is TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is crushing it in college football and NFL, and they got NBA going as well. Rhythm's also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model that you build, and you could win $1,000. Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download Rhythm, the app that is. That's RITHMM. You're going to get 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm. Use that promo code SGPN25. All right. It is that time, folks. I don't know how huge they are, but I think we're gonna. You know what? I think I think I'm gonna make them huge again. That's what we do on this show. All right, so hang on. I'm just gonna load it up right now. Get this in.
Well, while you're doing that, I know you've poked fun at the tits not being as large over here out of Iowa. But, you know, when they're cashing, would you rather have like one big tit or would you have tits upon tits upon tits, man? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. That is a good point. Tits upon tits. Yes, that makes a lot of sense there. Oh, man, but I'm just dialing up something great for my clientele. All right. Let me go to the correct slide. We are brought to you by the Huge Tits Parlay, brought to you by Pamela Anderson, former BC Lions Huge Tits aficionado. Here we go. We are the home of the Huge Tits Parlay. We are the home of the Huge Tits Parlay. Huge tits. Huge tits. You can buy your wife or girl huge tits by following us. Yeah. All right. Pick Dundee hitting you first. We will take the Winnipeg Blue Bombers plus 5.5. We will then parlay that with the money line on the Stamps at 215 plus 215. We will then take the over 48.5 in the Winnipeg Montreal game and parlay that with the over in the Calgary BC game. So you do that, you put $50 on what I told you to do. You're going to come away with $1,052.25. Write it. You're going to be buying some huge tits. The holidays that people are going to be reaching in their stock and see what you got. Did he get me the gift card to the goddamn, Sports Authority? Is that, I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. Right. Did you get me jewelry? No, you're just going to get a big fake tit in there. Buddy. I mean, how great am I to give you? That's huge. All right. That's really huge. You.
How great am I?
All right. No turn, Jmark. We are the home of the huge tits parlay. Huge tits. No turning back. No turning back from huge tits. Yeah. Jmark, what are you doing here, buddy?
First of all, I love how you said, "How great am I?" That was great. And we're touching all bases. You said buy them for your wife or girlfriend, or buy them for yourself. We don't judge here.
Touching all tits, by the way.
Yeah, we don't judge here. Buy them for yourself if you want. I've got Montreal money line because I think Winnipeg covers, but Montreal wins. I've got BC money line, which I know you don't agree with, but it's happening. I've got under in the Winnipeg Montreal game, parlayed with the over in the Calgary BC game. $50 gets you 346. I know they're not as large as your big ones, but
take off the training wheels.
We're coming for 3 in a row, man. 3 in a row. They've all been around that 6 to 7 to 1 range. So, I mean, cash is king. We're still cashing.
There we go. There we go. If you want to follow him into the small tit universe, you do that. Me over here, huge tits going. All right. All right, folks. Make sure you check out the Old Fashioned Football Podcast. What do you guys got coming up?
Yeah, each week are you skipping DFS?
Oh shit! I have it ready. I just completely forgot.
I'll tell you later what we're doing on Old Fashioned Football then. Shout out while you're pulling that up. Channing has been in the chat. He's in the Old Fashioned Football Listener League where listen to us next year too, because you can get a chance to get in the Fantasy Football League and win some whiskey. Sponsored by Keeper's Heart out of Minneapolis, and their distiller is in the league too. She's doing quite well. But anyways, Channing won this weekend, his first Fantasy Football League ever. So
there we go. Channing. Shout out to that owner, keeper of a lonely heart, much better than don't ever get me doing karaoke. I will wreck a good time.
What's your go-to song?
I mean, really, whatever I think of, but I mean, it's always a disaster, if I'm being honest.
Fair enough.
Like I used to work right in K-Town, like downtown Los Angeles, the biggest Koreatown in America. And so it's like it's unavoidable. You go to get a beer right after work or something. It's unavoidable. So I've done everything from, everything. Straight up now, tell me.
I fucking hate karaoke.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Because, well, for me, like all my friends, family, they know that I've been in rock bands. When I originally went to college, I was a major in opera music. So there's just always these high expectations, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking do it. If I'm going to do karaoke, I'm going to be having fun, not being technical. Come on.
You do do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. That's you when you go to karaoke.
Yep.
All right, let's talk DFS. I can't believe I almost forgot this. My apologies to the fine people out there. And I like how you made our name spooky, by the way. When I look at this Pick Dundee thing in the corner, you're really playing into the holiday, the Halloween theme.
Hell yeah. I jumped in the studio a little before you and it said, try our Halloween font. I said, fuck it. Let's do it.
I like that because that's just I'm taking, so in LA, no one trick or treats. And I forgot, I'm assuming the whole universe does just outside of major cities. So getting White Tiger out, he's going as basically, I got him 2 costumes in one. Very expensive, by the way. These costumes are just total fucking ripoff. But he's going to be a Hot Wheels car mechanic.
Oh, nice.
And he's got he's got actually like a car he wears with overalls. It's fantastic. He's going to be over there. White Tiger. Watch out for White Tiger.
This is my Halloween costume. I'm just going to tape this to my chest. It says, I love ceilings. I'm a ceiling fan.
Ooh, I like that. That's good. I like that one.
It's not expensive doing that.
That one is a lot cheaper. You don't have kids yet, man. Wait till you do, because I don't know if you get away with that one. At the quarterback spot, though, I think you know where I went. Can you take a guess?
I know you went Vernon Adams.
Revenge is something best served at the most pivotal time. All right. That's why he purposely sucked in October. He knew that if he got to the playoffs and he had to go back to that town and he deals all of Vancouver a loss, bad enough they lost the basketball team. never got a baseball team. They're watching the Blue Jays. They're arch rivals across the country. They're saying, "Damn it, why can't we be cool?" Well, we have our Lions. Well, VA knows that, and those Lions aren't going to be cool come Saturday when he scorches them. 9,100. Vernon Adams revenge game. All the scattered ass he ran through in Vancouver, we watching. And trust me, he remembers. What'd you do at the quarterback spot?
It's a good price. I went to the guy who's going to say, I'm going to prove to you guys, you don't need Vernon Adams. Yeah, he's had success this year, but we don't fucking need him. Give me Nathan Rourke. He's 11,000. I paid up for him, but I think he's going to cook. So yeah, give me Nathan Rourke.
I like this. At the running back spot. Well, now that Donald's on me, I might have extra money. Let me pivot.
Thought you were going to say you were stacking Adams. Yeah.
Well, I was going to go with Brady Oliveira. So I actually saved $500. Actually, I should go with Oliveira. I'm going to trust the veteran team. Just to show up. Brady Oliveira, 8,700.
All right, yeah, I'm going to go with the guy that you were just talking about, maybe going with Dedrick Mills. I do think he's the best running back in the league. He catches passes. He runs the ball hard. I think they're going to need to rely on him because Vernon Adams has looked a little shaky. So, yeah, give me Dedrick Mills, 8,500.
He's messing with me. He's really fucking messing with me. Whoa. You know what? I think you just inspired me to put him as a flex. All righty. How about that? Okay. At the other, so now at my running back spot, I have Dedrick Mills and Brady Oliveira, two running backs in a league that only passes the ball. And old Stu's gonna be, oh, we don't need running backs. We like to throw the ball around. We interviewed 16 people in T-Dot, and it was a case study we did on passing the ball. They like passing the ball more mainly because they're pussies. And yeah. So yeah, I'm fading the commish. All right, so give me. Do you have a second running back?
No, I went trips right with my other receiver over here. I got 4 wide receivers spread out. We're ready to move that ball.
That's Stu loves Jmark. Right. He's ready to hop down there and buy your no turn from you. All right, who's your top wideout?
Top wideout, stacking it with Nathan Rourke, one of his top targets, especially as of late. Keon Hatcher Sr., 10,800. He's expensive, so the rest of my lineup maybe a little bit of bums, but he's coming off a 37.5 game. So yeah, I trust him to get the job done.
We got a battle of bourbon going because I got Justin McInnes at 11 or at 10,100.
That's a good battle. I like it.
There we go. Pop quiz, hot shot. Who do you got next at the wide receiver spot?
Next highest priced. Maybe I'm wrong on the Calgary BC game. Maybe Vernon Adams proves me wrong, and he does it by throwing to Tevin Jones. He's averaged double-digit fantasy points, and his price is right. He's 5,600. So yeah, give me Tevin Jones.
I have him as well. As you know, I'm all over this Calgary team. So yeah, Tevin Jones as well. So that shit, I only have one other player and a defensive player. So give it another wideout.
Yeah, absolutely. Next highest priced on Winnipeg. This guy's 5,400, and I just feel like he's consistent. He's not going to get you a shit ton of points, but he's consistent, and that's Jareth Stearns. He's always around that 6 to 10 range.
I almost rostered him. I had him in before me pivoting to Dedrick Mills. I had him in there too. My final guy is Damian Alford. All right, he's up and down season, all over the place. But in a game where I think BC is a pile of shit, and we know their defense is weak, right? Just like they're a dome team, they're just can't much candy asses. They're going to be able to open up the ball offensively. So I want action on this Calgary team, whether it's Jones, whether it's Alford, whether it's Mills, whether it's VA on the ground. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. My last player, the only team I don't have a player from is Montreal, so I had to work one in. He's 4,800. I needed to save money as well, so it worked out. Give me Cole Speaker. He's just a solid football player. I feel like he knows where he's supposed to be. He runs great routes. He's got good hands. So I think they're going to rely on him. So yeah, 4,800 Cole Speaker.
Not a bad play. Not a bad play there at all. Defensively, I went with the team, the Ageless Wonders. trying to navigate their way back to a Grey Cup where they've been so many times. The Bombers at 3,500 going in there with your little Davis Alexander nonsense. They're putting the kibosh on that this weekend. 3,500. These Winnipeg Blue Bombers. What'd you do with the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, same. They're the cheapest ones too, and I'm going to that DNA of, hey, we're going to keep these games low scoring. We're going to rely on our defense and create some turnovers. So yeah, give me the Bombers 3,500.
Bomb on. Let's go. Folks, that is our show. We have a battle of bourbon going, which I
I'm
will
one
win.
ahead, so you think you're going to pull even this week?
Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I can't wait. Wish they would have done one on Friday, but it's okay. It's okay. Gonna have to somehow force that on the 9 TV setup because this one's matter.
Yeah.
Folks, make sure you give Jmark a follow on Twitter at Jmark Football, the Old Fashioned Football Podcast, and the UFL Gambling Podcast. What do you got going for this week?
Yeah. So every week we preview every game. We spend 2 minutes on every game previewing kind of how their season has gone. Give out a little bit of fantasy football plays, and then a prop and a lock for every game.
There we go, and that's referring to mostly NFL shit. But UFL and stuff, right? You guys have UFL you do on there too, right?
We don't talk UFL too often, mainly because Miranda, my co-host, my wife, she doesn't get into the old UFL. NFL is enough for her, I guess. But we do talk whiskey, and that's something we can all agree on. So stop by each week for a new whiskey review. We review it in the cocktail and the old fashioned, and then on its own, we're scoring it. We're keeping it track so you can see what we've scored everything. So when you go to the store, you say, hey, I wonder if they have a good score on, oh, they had a good score on that. Let's buy it.
I like that. All right, folks, I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. Check out the college football experience. We love college football. We talk it nonstop, and college hoops as well, college basketball. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast as well. And let's go. All right. I've been waiting for these playoffs, man. It's been 3 dull weeks in my opinion. Let's move the Grey Cup back to where it should be. Don't trust this steward. Don't ever put a steward in charge. You're gonna see your product turn into shit. Folks, till next time. This is the CFL Gambling Podcast. By the way, give us a follow on Twitter at CFL Gambling Pod, and don't forget youtube.com/@CFL Gambling Pod. Till next time. This is the CFL Gambling Podcast playoff preview. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.